Man, okay, calm down, it's only up from here. I can shake this hair off, yeah, I know it's real. Mom, see your tongue, baby, tell me what's the deal. Man, I'm feeling like David when I do my dance. I'm fading in the spirit, my vision kinda blurry. I'm feeling kinda woozy, I'm fading in the spirit, my vision kinda blurry. I'm feeling kinda woozy, yeah. Come on, Jesus Christ, tell me what's the deal. I'm feeling kinda dizzy, and ain't pop the pill. I'm high on cloud nine, and I'm feeling fine. And ain't the only one who want it. No
Hey, welcome back, everybody. I am back home with the Evening Rush Network, and it feels so good to be here. I have forgotten how hyped I get when that song comes on.
That's like the anthem.
Right. Big shout out to my other favorite female artist, Rachel J, out of the Chicago area. She's so dope. I'm watching both you and Rachel J Unique. Yeah, I'm always like scouring your pages. So if you feel like somebody's stalking you, it's me.
I appreciate the love all the time.
Yeah, of course. So welcome back and welcome to Joker. This is your first time actually meeting Unique. So Unique, this is the Joker, my partner in this thing.
How you doing? How you doing?
He's also an artist himself, but I'll let him introduce himself. So go ahead, the Joker, introduce yourself to Unique and anyone else who's any new listeners that may not know who the marketing madness guy himself is.
Yeah, it's the Joker Overlook MC. I'm an artist, also a DJ for 514 Online Mix Radio out of Montreal, Canada. And I'm also a marketing coach, marketing manager, and teacher to help people, artists and producers and business owners market your music and and teach you how to get your music unique to another level where you can make $5,000 in your sleep. You know,
okay, $5,000 don't sound bad, especially in my sleep. Money and sleep, two things we love.
No wrong with that.
Yeah. The Joker is definitely he knows his stuff. He's been in this business for a couple of decades now. So the experience is there. He's
signed to labels, signed to Universal, then signed to Sony, music manager. I managed Flow from the Bad Girls Club and all that. So I've been in reality shows and all that. So I've been in the game for a while.
Okay, that's impressive.
Yeah. So Unique, welcome back to the Evening Rush Network and Think and Grow with Vette Green. We were talking backstage, and I told you that you were my very first conversation here when I transitioned from Charm City Direct TV over to the Evening Rush Network. And now that I'm coming back home on Tuesdays, you're my very first conversation again as I'm coming back home to the Evening Rush Network. So welcome back, and I'm so happy to see you here. You know, I told you before, I'm always stalking your page, trying to find out what's going on with Unique on your YouTube page. Keeping up because I believe in you, and your talent is just crazy. This new song that you have out, this new track got me. Yes, I am ready, Unique. You were talking to me for my 2023. So I appreciate that. You were talking to me a year and a half ago when I stumbled upon Goals and Dreams, which is still one of my anthems. That's my go-to song when I'm feeling down. I was playing it this morning as I was, capturing my day, getting my mind together. And it's still one of those songs. I think that's just going to be one of those classics that way, outlives everything because it talks to so many people. And we're going to play that later on. But first, I want to get into some hot topics. So the Joker, I don't know if you heard about that shooting up in Rochester. 2 people were killed.
Yeah, I heard a little bit about it. I think Jertaker was talking about that.
Yeah. There's a few people that I know. Cream Kalari, she was one of my co-hosts, one of my guest co-hosts at the 716 Live Studio. She was up there. And another, one of the community advocates that I deal with on a regular basis, David, he was up there as well. And he from what he informed me, so Unique, their Glorilla had came to Rochester, New York.
Oh, that was that.
Yeah, which is an hour away from where we're from, Buffalo, New York.
Mhm.
And unfortunately, at that concert, two people got killed. One was a 33-year-old woman who had gotten killed. And the other one, I'm really not sure. I'm going to look more into it. What I'm trying to do is have some people that were there come on to talk about what they had gone through, because that's traumatic. Imagine
Yeah.
going up there to perform, because that's what happened. There were independent artists up there performing.
Oh, okay.
Right,
Cream
right.
Kalari being one of them. She performed that night. She was one of the opening acts for Glorilla when that had happened. So I had spoke to David, and from what David said, like everything was going fine at first. And I'll just read to you all what he had sent me, and then it seems like something happened. Like it just went left from there. So what he was saying basically is that yeah, they were having fun, everyone was having fun, and then apparently there were shots, pop, 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 and um, it was a stampede to get out of there. You know, when you see the memes all the time, one black person. I was just watching Harlem the
Oh
other
yeah.
day, and Angie started running. She was running to
Hmm.
get a charger, and now there's hundreds of people running
Yep.
behind her. So it was the stampede also. So prayers going out to everyone that was in Rochester. Prayers
Definitely.
going out to the families
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
that were up there. Do either of you, and Unique, I'll start with you. Have you ever performed for any acts or performed on stage? And if you have, was that any concern for you, like your safety at all? Or if you have not, is that a concern for you?
I have not performed for any other artists, and is it a concern? You mean like in a situation like that?
Yeah.
Um, it depend. I guess it probably depend on who the artist is. So like some or where it's at. So if you go to some places and it's a little rough in that area, you can be like, oh, maybe I don't know about taking this one, or But if it feels safe or home or something like bigger, then I probably wouldn't have a concern. But if it's like probably somewhere in Chicago, you probably like,
Yeah.
but you don't know the area, but it's Chicago. So I mean that'll probably be my concern. But no, I haven't performed personally. No.
Yeah. What about you, the Joker? I know you've performed different places. Has that ever been in light of what you seen just happened in Rochester? Rochester is a very small town. Do you think that that is of concern for you as an artist? I'm
Oh yeah, definitely
artist hat
concern.
on.
Definitely is. Yeah, it's definitely it is. It's you know, me being on the other side of things, being the manager, I was always trained to any artist that I brung to an establishment. We always check to see the exit doors, where the VIP is.
Mm.
Is it a exit door, fire door by the VIP? When you're an artist, and I'm talking to all the artists that's tuned in now, and even people that's managers, or if you have a team
We listening.
behind you, you always go to the venue and see where your exits are. Ask where the fire extinguishers are. Um, if it's a one way in, one way out situation. Just for the safety. When I was managing Miss Mitra, that's the first thing I always did, learning and training as a manager. And in every venue we went to, they always had at least four exits, fire exits. The VIP was always near the front door or an exit within um, 10 feet. So, we felt kind of safe in certain venues, and that's important. I know a
Mhm.
lot of artists always doing shows, and they don't think of the safety part of
I was about to say
not
that.
just
Let's
a
see.
shooting. Yeah, not
Yeah.
just a shooting for a fire. It might be a
Mhm.
fire. Somebody might have a
Yeah.
cigarette, don't supposed to have a cigarette. You know what I mean? Anything could be on the floor that's flammable. Throwing the cigarette down, not stepping on it. It could be anything. You know.
Oh, wow.
So that's the main thing that I always stressed with my team when I was managing. Is we
Wow.
always went to the venue. I always told the owner, can we go to the venue 6 hours before opening time. We at our hotel, we'll go, or we just leave the artist in the hotel, and me and my assistant go, or me and the road manager go. We'll just go and check out the venue for the safety where everything's at, where the
Wow.
kitchen at. That's where the fire's gonna be at. They serving food. You gotta know where the kitchen's at. Where's the bathrooms. Where's the front door. All that stuff is important. It don't seem like it's important when you're doing the show because you're excited and that but make sure the safety is number one. You know what I mean? So I'm
You
very
got those
concerned when
nuggets
we
you
go
need.
back.
Yeah, I'm like you
Yeah,
don't think about that when you like. I'm pretty sure like people don't when you're doing something exciting and fun. If it's the first time, if it's you've done it multiple times. I think you more focused on like the performance or whatever you're doing. You don't even think about like things that can happen in between or after or before.
Yeah, the safety measure. And I would think, as an artist, would that in some ways traumatize you or give you some sort of fear because you were witness to a tragedy like that. So now would you be thinking twice as an artist before you go to these different venues? Do you think that even though you haven't gone through that yet, Unique,
Mm-hmm.
just putting yourself at because you are an artist in that artist's shoes, would
Mm-hmm.
that worry you? Would that be of concern to you?
I'm like a type of person who like if something happens to me, I'm not traumatized, but like I'll definitely overthink it and probably step back a little bit and be like, you know what, I don't, because I think I'll feel in some type of way. Like Glorilla, she put out a statement saying sorry, but I'm pretty sure people were in the comments, blaming her or anything like that. So I'll think about that. And so you'll have to stay
Mhm.
off the internet for a little while. You'll have to, you probably want to step back just for like a little while just to get your mind right. Because I feel like I personally would be like a little shaken up by it. So
Taken aback,
yeah.
absolutely. Any normal person would be taken aback. And if you are out there listening, thank you everyone for listening and joining another episode of Think and Grow with Vette Green. If you'd like to join this conversation, you can go ahead and dial 929-282-0266. And if you have not, even if you are listening to the replay, make sure you stop right now, stop what you're doing, like, share, and subscribe to Think and Grow with Vette Green and the Evening Rush Network. And if you have not, make sure you check out Unique. Unique, introduce yourself to everyone and let everyone know who's listening to Think and Grow with Vette Green, where they can find you and who Unique is before we get more into the hot topics and then to your new track.
All right, y'all. Well, it's Unique, aka the one and only, and I'm an artist, songwriter, and yeah, pretty much just you can find me on all social media at It's Unique Official. And I pretty much just am a songwriter, artist who kind of just writes from experiences, and I'm a big dreamer. Actually, my birthday just passed on the 4th, so I'm a Pisces, so we the biggest
Happy
dreamers, and
belated.
I'm on this just mission to make every dream that I have a reality. So
Oh, I love that. And as you are making your dreams a reality, you are putting music out there to help people such as myself remember that their dreams can become a reality. I want to get into the first track, which is how we got introduced to each other. I don't even know how I came across this. It was nothing but God because I was going through something at the time. And when I heard Goals and Dreams, it was just like, wow, like this is it. You got this 9 to 5 that you have to do, but life is still going on. It's not really a part of who you are, but it's funding your future. And you just really want to just jump right into your purpose. You want to jump right into being that person that deep down that God made you to be. So
yeah.
let's get into Goals and Dreams before we take a break and before we get too far, because I want to introduce you all to who Unique really is and on the artist side and just that dreamer. I love the video. If you want to check out the video on YouTube, it's on YouTube. It's under Unique Goals and Dreams. But let's get into the song, Don. This is one of my favorite tracks.
these goals and these dreams. I know I can't live without them. That means I gotta go get it. I know a lot of people, they doubt it. Gotta prove 'em wrong, gotta prove 'em all wrong, gotta prove 'em wrong, gotta prove 'em all wrong, gotta prove 'em wrong, gotta prove 'em all wrong, gotta prove 'em wrong, wrong. Yeah, I'm working 9 to 5, this 9 to 5 don't work for me. I gotta find my way about this, ain't how it's supposed to be. Feel like I'm settling for less, that's why I gotta leave. They may not understand it, it's not for them to see. Cause it's my vision and it's not yours, no. And you won't get it until reverse rolls around and around. I put my dreams on hold, you tell me how that sound. I wish my dreams could pay cause I work for right now. Ain't had nobody else that they gon' hold me down. While I chase these dreams and know my goals. Chase these dreams and know my goals. When I say hold me down, I mean support. And when I say support, that don't always mean financially. Support can be from anybody and everybody. It's just you let me know that you're in my corner. It's simple. I got these goals and these dreams. I know I can't live without them. That means I gotta go get it. I know a lot of people, they doubt it. Gotta prove 'em wrong, gotta prove 'em all wrong, gotta prove 'em wrong, gotta prove 'em all wrong, gotta prove 'em wrong, gotta prove 'em all wrong, gotta prove 'em wrong, wrong. Yeah, ain't no more talking, I'ma take a leap and quit. Just wait till my shit drop, tell 'em I don't need this shit, I'ma be fine, even on my own. And I don't need your opinions cause I'm grown. Say you wanna see me when I know you don't. Saying it don't make no sense, that's where you're wrong, wrong. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'ma do the shit, fuck those without it. Apologies, I won't allow it. Success talking, it talk the loudest. It talk the loudest. Success talking, it talk the loudest. It talk the loudest. Success talking it. I don't gotta explain myself no more. Cut me off.
Success talk rewind. What? Oh, it's that success. Unique. Oh my God. That song just, oh my God. That song just talks for itself. It is the most goal-oriented, like it just grabs my heart and just like, if you don't get your butt up and do something with your life, like, man, you got these goals and dreams. You can't have somebody birthing them for you. You feeling that song, bro? It's dope, isn't it? Oh, we might be having some issues down there with the Joker. So
I saw the head nod.
Talk to us about what's been going on with you since the last time we spoke.
Yeah, so it's been a year, I think he said, and so I think what was that, 2022, like around the same time. And I had said I had finally quit my job that I wanted to quit, and in the second verse I was like, I'm gonna quit, whatever. And during that time when I made it, I didn't quit, but it took me years later to finally take that leap of faith and just quit. And so January made a year that I had quit. And to most people, that I was working with and they quit, it ain't a big deal to them. But for me, it was a big deal because I'm like, I saw that I could survive without that. Like I can, it might be a small thing and it might be a struggle, but I just made one of my goals my reality. Yeah. And so, this year or that whole year was, God had me that entire time. At the end, he was kind of like, all right, now, it's getting a little tricky. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be the easiest thing. But, so it's been a little crazy. And so I've been looking for a new job. And so far, I haven't been finding anything. And so I'm like, I don't know how to take that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to be like, I don't know if I'm like, is this God saying I have something coming for you? Like, that's, beyond what you could think of? Or, is it, I just got to keep on, play the waiting game. Sure. And so, this year has been different. And so I just been keeping it pushing. I've been reading books. And I read this one book that I think it was by Victoria Osteen.
Mm-hmm.
and she had said something like basically like God wants you to stay where you are and things like that until he has something ready for you, or whatever. And I was thinking like, well, I had those moments where I'm like, well, should I have quit? Like, should I waited around a little bit, until
Mm-hmm.
God showed me my actual dreams and all of that. But so that had me questioning like, my decision a little bit. And so I just wrote a song about it, like, because in my spirit, I feel like I made the right decision. So
Mm-hmm.
that's been going on. And yeah, so this next chapter of my life, I did the dreams chapter, and I feel like, you live in this moment, you don't even think about like the blessings and the dreams that all come into reality. You don't see it, but I'm pretty much living in it. And I can see it, like I can see every dream that I have like this close, right? And so now I'm like, I know that some of the things that I have to do in order to like really step into my light. And that's
Mm-hmm.
like self-love and self-care. And so this chapter of my life, as far as like music, I'm gonna start focusing more on like the songs that's like about self-love, self-care. And so that's gonna be a different side than the dream side. And I'm gonna try to give some like R&B mixed with some rap. And so yeah, that's pretty much an update on me.
I can when in listening to the song Ready, and the Joker, feel free to jump in at any time, but in listening to the song Ready, I got that, like what you were just saying, that you were speaking to yourself, because a lot of times we are talking to ourselves when we are writing or preaching, or whatever it is, we're talking to ourselves. And that is something that I have been asking myself this year, and being intentional about asking myself that, because I felt like 2022 uncovered a lot of things for me, things that I wasn't ready for. And that might be what happened with you as well. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
man, are you really ready? Because at the end of the day, we are really battling against ourselves to,
Yeah.
like procrastination, self-sabotage. Those are things that I battle with. Then it's the fear. And then it's
Mm-hmm.
the, man, am I making the right decision? Am I doing this right? Especially when things don't seem to be working out the way we had planned it. And what's funny, Unique, I just made a reel when I was leaving my mom's house about this very thing, because I think it's something that many people struggle with, not just artists, just as
In
human
general.
beings.
Yeah.
Are we making the right decision? And what I think is good is that you said it feels right in your soul.
Yeah.
I think
And
that's
you
your
like,
answer.
I went through this moment where I asked God for like specific signs, and then I got them,
Mhm.
but I still was like, like, was that
Mhm.
just a coincidence? Or
Mm-mm.
so we just be setting ourselves up because God be like, I'm right here. I'm showing you. So yeah, we
Showing you
all.
who you are.
And with ready was just like, you can be praying for certain things. I can be praying for like, oh, I want to go on tour, and I know I have like anxiety going on stage. So am I ready for that? Or should I
Mhm.
prepare myself for that while God is preparing all of the tables for me? Am I ready for that? And so you go through this, you self analyze and kind of sit back and be like, okay, this is what I got to do. This is what I got to do. No, I'm ready because I know, what was holding me back, kind of thing.
Mm. Do you feel that in a lot of ways that it is you holding you back, or is it, do you? Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
That,
But now that I know that, I'm like, slowly working on it and slowly kind of just taking it all in and doing the steps that I need to take because I know that once I step into that, it's the how it's over. So
mhm.
Yeah, the more you do it, the better you get at too. So it's a growing
Mhm.
process with
yes,
it. Just once you consistent at it, it gets easier.
yeah,
Yeah. Is that something a lot of artists you find struggle with, the Joker?
Yeah, yeah. A lot of them do. You need that's why you need that assistance, or you need that person to guide you to help you through it. That's why it's good to have a assistant or a manager sometimes helps out with that situation. A lot of
Mm.
artists want to do it themselves, but when you have a team trying to build and trying to grow together on each other's weaknesses, and also keep them strengths up strong too. So yeah, A lot of my artists I've managed always had issues with that. But more you do it and the more consistent you do it, you get better at it. It gets easier.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's why I've been reaching out to like local open mic nights, and one of them got back to me. So, and they do it, I believe, every Tuesday. And I'm like, this Tuesday night I couldn't do it, but the following Tuesday nights, and it's local. So I'm like, what, start doing it every Tuesday and posting it on Instagram and all of that stuff, and see how
Yeah.
comfortable I get.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
Th- Those open mics are a great way to get experience, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm definitely excited for you, Unique, and excited for this new song, which we're going to be playing after the break. So I want to ask you, have you? Well, Joker, I know you heard about the Shaka Khan. Did you hear about Shaka Khan? What did you think, Unique?
I just thought it was so funny because first of all, like I don't know how old Shaka Khan is, and what's the song?
Older.
What's the song that she was talking about that Mary J.
What?
Blige did? I don't know the name. I forgot the name of it.
Mary, yeah,
But
Mhm.
she remade Mary J remade
it
one of
was
her songs. Yeah.
that was the first time I heard it with Mary J. And I thought she did like
Oh,
it does. I love that song, and especially I was introduced to it by what's the movie Deliver Us from Evil when
oh,
they played it
okay.
in that scene,
Those
and
are the
so I
soundtrack.
loved it
Right.
ever since. And I'm like, she told her she was flat. She
Right.
sounded good to me. So I was
She
just
sounds
like,
beautiful to me.
so yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
maybe she just was like, she wanted a
On
It
specific
one.
seemed like it
way.
seemed like all the OGs, for even in the rap. I was talking about it on my show today about Molly Moss talking about Eminem. Um,
Shout out to
what's up
Ain't
with the
Nothing Funny
OGs?
podcast.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, what's up with the OGs is knocking down the culture, like, this is not the 80s no more. This is not, you open the door, you paying homage, but a lot of stuff out there, 'cause I disagree with Shaka Khan, I disagree with Melly Mel. What he said about Eminem saying he made the top 5 because he's white. No,
Oh wow. I
no.
didn't hear about that
Yeah, I didn't hear
one.
that one.
Yeah,
Oh
Marty Marr,
wow.
yeah, Melly Mel, yeah, said, yeah, the Melly Mel said it. He was like, he was talking about a lot of artists. He was talking about Eminem, although Wayne shouldn't be in the top at all because he used auto-tune, and we talking
I
about
love
lyrical
auto.
content here. We talking about bars. We're not talking about auto-tune. We're not talking about if you using a reverb on your voice. We're not talking about that. Like,
And
come
even
on,
with
man.
like
Like,
our culture though, like we don't just be letting people in. So I think Eminem being at the top in our list is like
Right.
we ain't letting him pass just because he white. That'll be the
And
ugly
you
side.
can't
Like
and you
yeah,
can't take anything away from him. Like he
yeah.
truly is talented.
yeah, he's
But
lyrical. He proved himself along. Like, yeah, I get it. Even when he came out, I felt like he needed to prove himself. You know what I mean?
mhm.
And when he proved himself to me, when he came out with Rap God, you know what I mean? The
Mhm.
movie 8 Mile didn't do it for me. It was Rap God that did it for me. When I heard Rap God, that let me know, okay, this dude is crazy. No doubt. Salute. You in there. You get my respect now. And then anything after that, he just did song Calipitter, what he did with Royce 29, phenomenal. The joint he did with Busta Rhymes, phenomenal. Like everything he done after that proved himself, and I gave him his lyrical card on my end as a fan. Like, you did that, you
Mhm.
deserve it now. Like, you know what I mean? But he deserved that slot, number 5. He deserved that
To
slot.
to me, he could have even went and gone further into acting because I loved him in 8 Mile.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he
Yeah,
was dope in that
right.
movie.
Yeah.
Oh, well, apparently, Shaka Khan apologized. This is being reported by Yahoo. So Shaka Khan apologized for dissing Whitney Houston of all people.
Oh, I
Like,
didn't
come
know she
on,
did
Shaka.
Whitney.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was just Mary J. Blige. She flat
Mm. Oh
tongue.
no, she dissed Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, Adele, Mary J. Blige, because she ranked lower than them. So she was upset about them.
Okay.
So yeah, so she
It's like,
apologized.
girl, you gotta blame the people. You gotta blame the people. That ain't their fault.
Okay. It's
This ain't.
yeah, they were on
Unbelievable.
they were on Rolling Stone's greatest hits. It is unbelievable. Shame on you, Shaka. Shame on you. You not what did the first lady Michelle Obama say? When they go low, you shoot high. Now you didn't let them take you there. You're not supposed to take that outside the house. You know better.
Right, right.
Certain things supposed to
She better
stay in the
release
house.
a single or something now that she got the
Okay.
attention on her.
But we are going to take a break in a few seconds. If you are interested in hosting a podcast, or if you are an independent artist and you would like your music played, make sure you hit up the Evening Rush Network. And if you are an independent artist and you are looking for some guidance, make sure you also hit up the Evening Rush Network Entertainment. They have Naquasia on there, and she is definitely one of my favorite female R&B artists. Man, the females are out here killing it. That's all I'm gonna say. The females are out here killing it. Naquasia's song. I love a lot of her music, even her older stuff. She's up there for me. I put Naquasia up there with Mary J. Blige in my top 5 R&B female artists. I put her up there because she's really hitting. She does that. I love it too. I love it too. So we are going to take a quick break, but make sure you come right back. Make sure you are also subscribed to the Evening Rush Network. If you have not subscribed yet, make sure you click that button right now. If you are watching the replay, I appreciate you. Make sure you leave some comments in the box so I'll know that you are watching the replay. And also, make sure you are following Unique and the Joker. Unique, let everybody know where they can follow you before we
follow
go.
me at It's Unique Official, and in the link in my bio, I have all my music link right there for you.
Okay, and the Joker, let them know the many platforms that they can find you on.
Yeah. You the pop-up show with the Joker, pop-up show _ with the Joker. Definitely go there for the podcast and Overlook MC for the artist page. And across the board, you could definitely check out all the music and all the good things I got going on there. And yes, you could check me out at those two things across the board. Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you, everybody, and we will be right back. We're going to take a quick break.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl, Chrissy, here to let you know that the Evening Rush Network now has an app. Yes, an app, you guys, so you can stay connected on the go and watch all your favorite podcast shows. You can download the app at Google Play Store or Apple iTunes. So spread the word. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Also, if you're looking to start a podcast and really don't know how, well, hit us up at the Evening Rush Network at gmail.com and inquire about time slots, pricings, and everything you may need to get started. We got you. Join the winning team, the Evening Rush Network. And also, download that app. What are you waiting for? Get to it.
What's up, y'all? Make sure you also check out the new show that we have that plays on WLEO 26.7 radio, Slow Jamming and Conversations with Vette Green. You can also watch it on my YouTube page, Think and Grow with Vette Green. But if you want to watch and hear the music, you have to go to WLEO 26.7 radio. I appreciate everybody who continues to rock with me as I just continue to grow this thing. Like, these are my babies and I'm growing them, and I'm happy that I am in alignment with so many great people. Unique, I'm glad that we got to meet, not physically, but we got to meet on here. The Joker, we're from the same town, so and just the alignments, Don, my family forever. We gonna be rocking this out. And huge shout out to Jay over at 716 Live, the studio that I'm usually recording. And big shout out to Jay. I was hoping that he may have been able to pop in tonight, but he's always like Don and the Joker, always busy. I'm just like, whoo, man, that's the type of motivation I need in my life. People that are constantly going and just doing things, and not just busy work, like they're working to make these platforms that they've been blessed with grow. So whatever I can do to help with that, I am going to do. Right, the Joker, we rocking this thing out together.
Oh yeah,
the Joker's on 514. 716 Live, the Evening Rush, you know.
Right. Mhm.
we got a lot going on.
Yeah, that
So
the morning show every day, Monday through Friday. I mean, every morning, the morning show,
mhm.
514onlinemix.com. The morning show getting better and better. It's like the playlist, we celebrate 50 years of hip hop. So the playlist
Yeah.
they gave me this morning was off
Right.
the chain. They really represented hip hop this morning.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get Unique some spins on there as
Right.
well. I know you're probably gonna be on the Evening Rush. If you haven't already, make sure you download the Evening Rush Network app. There you can listen to the radio side as well as see all the podcasts that he has on the platform. And if you download the app, you actually will see additional content on the app, and you can listen to the radio as well, Unique. You can listen to your songs. I'm sure Don's going to have them in rotation since he has the
I
MP3.
was,
Oh yeah, oh
I was,
yeah. We doing that. So Unique, I know you had talked to us a little bit about your new song, Ready. So talk to us a little bit more because I'm loving it. And there's definitely some verses in there where you were talking to me. We asked God, for all of these things, but are we really ready? And as I'm listening I'm asking myself that, are you really ready for what is to come? Because when you have such a huge ask as we all do, I'm working to grow this platform because I am going to be an Oprah / Angie Martinez / Wendy Williams.
speak
Okay.
on it. Mhm.
Okay.
Right. Put it
I
in the universe.
am. It's in the yes. And I realize in order to do that, it's going to take some sacrifices
Mhm.
that I have to do. I have to be consistent with this. I can't play. I have to be consistent with this. So talk to us about the growth that you have experienced because Ready it was the goals and dreams, and now it's like Ready.
Yeah, yeah. So the growth, it's basically like what I say in the verse. Check your spirit. Make sure your spirit is right. Look in the mirror. Make sure. All right. Am I embodying what it is? Like I see a lot of people. I'm randomly scrolling. I see a lot of artists, and I look on their page, and they might have like some kind of motion where, let's say, they performing every night, or they, connected with certain Apple Music things or whatever, or just in general, and they got a lot of followers, right? They just embody, to me, they embody this like aura that they know they're supposed to be in the room. And I look back and I'm like, something's missing. That what they have, I don't know what it is, but that is missing within me. So I'm like, okay, if I can just not copy or anything like that, but just find it in my own way, finding who you are. And so it ain't a quick fix, like you have to, because if I, just put on this costume and be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm ready. I'm not going to be my authentic self. But if I, take time and, really just begin to build confidence in myself, I built a lot of confidence since when I made the song. So, the things talking on this show wouldn't have been me in 2018. Like that wouldn't have been me. Performing, I performed. I don't perform much, but I performed 2 years ago, and that wouldn't have been me. You know what I mean? Like, and I wasn't so nervous. I found methods. It's just that I don't do it as often because I feel like that nervous feeling will come up. But yeah, as I keep going, like I'm realizing like the more that I really pay attention to myself and understand, like, you have to be, and not change who I am, but just, really walk into my power, like my initials are UR. And so I feel like maybe God is telling me be who you are, and play with who you are. And so I got a little merch, create your own reality, but
I love that.
and so I'm coming out like with my own merch line or whatever, and my initials UR by Unique, and I'm just gonna pretty much put in words of affirmation and just giving people hope that I need, so once I talk, because my therapy is like putting it in a song or just even talking to myself, like just talking to my higher self. So if I'm thinking something, I can automatically know, like, this is my higher self, this is right. I didn't really need, not to say that you don't need therapy, but not to, I didn't really need someone to tell me this because I know this. I just have to listen to myself. And so, yeah, I've grown quite a bit, and I still got more growing to do. But I put out Ready because I feel like once you know what it is that you are supposed to do, and you working on it, you're ready. So, like, once you look in that mirror, once you accept everything, once you, and this is for people, this is more than just a confidence thing. This is with anything. If you know you weren't ready for something, because a lot of times, like I said, we ask God for things, and we want it when we want it, and not when, because we be like, oh, this ain't happening for me, but God got a whole meal up there ready for you, and you just in your head. So and then the second verse, I say, this is legendary. This ain't 15 minutes, this is legendary. So I don't want the quick 15 minutes of fame. I'm okay with how Goals and Dreams is doing. Even though I look at other people and I'm like, oh dang, they're this like the girl who I've been drinking alcohol, how it blew up so fast, and it has this many views. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. I wish Goals and Dreams can do that, but I'm also okay with Goals and Dreams doing the slow growth process, as a whole.
Because you wrote that song a while ago, didn't you?
Yeah, 2018, and I just been like, it just now, I wrote it in 2018, but in 2021, I believe, is when it, started to do all the reels, and I'm at 23,000 on YouTube for the video. And so I'm okay with that slow, it's something, it's more than what I had years ago. And I wrote that when I didn't feel supported, right? I didn't feel, I feel like I had it proven wrong, but I might have just been, I was talking about people around me too, but for the most part, I was talking to me the whole time. Like, and now that I know that, I have proved myself wrong. Like, I don't need anybody else's support. I needed mine. And that's what I figured out all along. Like, I don't got to prove other people, in a sense. I'm proving, everything to me.
That's like a wake-up call when you realize the truth about what it is life is about. It's about finding your true being and staying aligned with that higher self. We go searching for a validation outside of us.
Yeah.
And it's not, we can't find it.
It feels good. It feels like to me, I guess validation sometimes feels like, it's like, okay, well, somebody says I'm good, so I'm good, and it feels like I'm getting somewhere, kind of thing. But when really you don't, like, I might be getting somewhere, and it could be quiet, like, but as long as you see that you're getting somewhere, that's all you need. You don't need the applause or the claps, because that'll come eventually. But for now, it's just you versus you.
The human side of us, we do want that. We seek that out. We seek that out in relationships, situationships, friendships. We want somebody to not only say you are great, but to also be there when we fall down, because we want somebody to pick us up. We want somebody to make us feel safe and comfortable and loved. And a lot of times we have to go through that process, that wilderness. I always think about that the wilderness that they talk about in the Bible. And I realized that a lot of my the best things I've created have been during my wilderness periods, when I could only focus on me, when I was forced to focus on me. And sometimes we don't want to have to do that, but that's where my growth has come from doing it on my own, and realizing, I feel like we're all onions, and we have to just continue to peel back the layer. Even when the tears come, you have to keep peeling back those layers, because that's how we get to the core of who we are. And that's we find joy there. We find happiness and love, self-love there. Yeah. And it's just an amazing experience. And it doesn't always feel right, y'all. So stop thinking it's going to come wrapped up with bows. It's not happening like that. It doesn't happen like that. Right, the Joker?
Nope. Not at all.
Some of your best stuff probably came through the pain. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
your new body of
The
work. You know, that was
experience.
it came from the
yeah.
experience and
I can't
listening to
write
some of that.
unless I got to write about something. I just can't be an artist. Some people just write in other people's lives. I can't do that. That's
Yeah.
Mm.
me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's me.
That's
I've never
Everything I write
heard
comes
that
from
one.
it comes everything I write from the heart of my sleeve. So, what I'm saying. What you hear it in my music, you can hear it.
You know,
Yeah.
and I used to do that, like we said, the validation. When I wrote Goals and Dreams, I'm like, okay, this type of music isn't working, and this was around the time when like all the female rappers started coming out, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe if I wrote this type of music because I'm capable of it and I want to be a songwriter, maybe if I wrote that, then it'll work, right? And so I tried my hand at it, and I'm like, this is not me, and so Goals and Dreams came back around, I guess, to like kind of remind me of that, like because you do get off track sometimes when you see other things working for other people and say like, okay, let me try my hand at this, and I'm like, this not even I could be writing by my real life, like Indecisive. That I don't know if you remember that one, Indecisive. That was just about me being indecisive about men. I'm really indecisive in real life, but I didn't need to make that song like because I'm staying on a certain path. But that happens to me a lot. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like it comes with the territory. I see a lot of artists when they are, I guess, trying to find their sound, trying to find your sound. They go back and forth. I see that a lot. So go ahead and introduce your new song to us, Unique, which I love. Ready? I'm
all
ready.
right.
You're
This
ready.
song is called Ready. I'm getting you ready. If y'all want to make reels to it in the gym, let me see you getting ready for the gym. Let me see you getting ready for your, to look your best, feel your best. This is Ready. I'm ready. You ready? We ready. And let's be ready. Just be ready.
I'm on it.
This is it.
I'm ready.
Yeah. One and only. One and only. I don't know who need to hear this, but listen, it's time to grind. I don't know who need to hear this, but listen, it's time to shine. I don't know who need to hear this, but listen, you really gifted. I don't know who need to hear this, but listen, God is my witness, I'm ready. You ready? We ready. Just be ready. I'm ready. You ready? We ready. Just be ready. Look, used to want it bad, but wasn't ready for it. Asking for these blessings, I was prepping for it. See, God might make you wait, but it's a lesson for it. And you gon' sleep through every lesson if it's that important. Go do some healing first. Look in that mirror first. You handle it. Go fix your spirit first. Then I think you ready for what's meant for you. Flex that passion on them, show them what you really want. You ready? I'm ready. We ready. Just be ready. You ready? I'm ready. We ready. I don't know who need to hear this, but listen, it's time to grind. I don't know who need to hear this, but listen, it's time to shine. I don't know who need to hear this, but listen, you really gifted. I don't know who need to hear this, but listen, God is my witness, I'm ready. You ready? We ready. Just be ready. I'm ready. You ready? We ready. Just be ready. Look, preparation, patience, it was necessary. This ain't 15 minutes, this is legendary. I'm the one and only, ain't no secondary. Keeping up with my routine, but you a secretary. I come ready for the takeover, ready with a makeover. First I had to stop and get fly, caught at a layover. I'm the chosen one picked by God, they gotta pray over. The early bird, the one with the worm, don't know what they told you. But I'm ready, we ready, we ready. I'm gonna shine through and change.
The beats be so fire. The beats be so fire.
Thank you.
Every time.
Yeah, I like
Goes
that
and
one.
Dreams like that.
Shout out to
Yeah.
the producer, LaSalle.
Yeah, I need 8 bars on that track.
Right.
It's fire.
Let me
Right.
open the verse up.
She said, I don't know who needs to hear this. Me. me, and a lot of the listeners. Ain't Nothing Funny podcast. Thank you so much for checking
That's
in. Powerful. Are you ready?
Yeah, that's a powerful track right there.
Yeah,
Thank
did
you.
you hear? Oh man. You poured it out in this track.
Yeah, I come ready for the takeover. Ready with a makeover. First I had to stop and get fly. I call that a layover. I'm the chosen one by God. They gotta pray over. The early bird, the one with the worm, they always.
How does it feel when you're writing, and how long does it typically take you? Because I've heard like Naquasia, one of my favorite songs that she has. She's the R&B artist that's on the Evening Rush Network Entertainment. One of my favorite songs that she has, aside from the new one, is called Broken. And she said she started writing it like 5 years before it was released, and she had to go or grow through some things to finish it up. So is that something that you have experienced as well, that you had to put down the pen and come back and try it again?
Yeah, well, I know I messaged you on Instagram, and I was like, Up. I went through something with Up, and so I wrote that. But then, my grandmother was like, "Oh, Up is like my favorite song. You need to do a remix to that one because it was so short." And so when I reopened the track or whatever, I'm like, I got more to say. Like, it's more things that I can say now than I said then. And when I felt like I couldn't say it then, now I'm like, oh, okay, so the full version is coming soon. But yeah, usually it takes me like, if it's not like an hour, it'll probably take me the whole day just to make sure, everything is like what I'm not repeating. I hate when I feel like I'm repeating something. I hate when I feel like the first verse sounds like, or the second verse sounds like what I said in the first verse. So I always analyze that and make sure I'm not saying the same thing over and over again. And then, but usually, like, if I feel it, it'll just keep flowing out. Like, we're ready. It just was like flowing out. Especially the second verse. I was like, yeah, and it was like, I be in like my own hype woman for real when I made that one. So it's just like, it depends on like the beat. It depends on, if I'm really in that moment feeling what I'm feeling. And Ready was like, I was really in that moment.
Up is fantabulous. That's one of my motivational songs. I just sent it to a group of women. I sent Goals and Dreams to a group of, I'm in this group chat, and I sent them that. But I've sent Up, because I've sent it to you all. I sent it in the group chat. The Joker, this is unique. She's the one. It's only up from here. It's only up from here.
So I added a second verse to that one. I took it down because I was like, I wanted to do a whole EP and kind of like wrap the whole dreams theme of my life up, and just because I'm always be a dreamer, but once I feel like I'm in that zone, I feel like I am in my reality. My dreams are coming to reality, and no matter whether what the numbers look like or whatever it is, I'm living my own dream, like my dream. And so I was like, I'm ready to wrap that up, and so I was gonna do a whole EP. So I took everything down, and I'm really indecisive about that too. So I took some stuff down. But then I added the second verse, and so I'm like, I can't wait for people to hear that one. Like the second verse.
Wait. And you're coming back, right? You're coming back to this home.
Yeah, always. Thank you for the platform too, because it's like not many people see you and want to kind of like show the world you as well. Some people see you and watch you and wait for other people to start clapping. When you reaching your hand out and be like, look, this is unique, and you vouching for me, and so I'll just thank you for that, because I appreciate that.
Of course. When I see or hear talent, you have to support. I support your dream because I see it. I see you. I think you are so dope. Your energy is crazy. Your writing is crazy. I think that you'll probably not only be making your songs, but more than likely be writing for other people as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that into the. I'm gonna claim that.
It's there. It's there. What did you think of Ready, the Joker? Is it motivational?
Definitely. Oh yeah, like I said, I need to be on a remix of that one.
I got you.
Same beat and everything. That drum had me going. That's something I would do. That's something. The whole concept where you did that's something that remind me of me.
Thank you.
The same format. You know what I mean? Yeah.
With substance, yeah.
Yeah.
So who's helping you redo your tracks? Do you do it on your own, or you have a producer helping you?
Well, it's like writing it or like a produce. I'm sorry, mixing,
Um,
mastering it or
yeah, mix and
recording.
mastering it. Mm-hmm.
So this already I did myself, and then Goals and Dreams I had help on. Up I did myself. But I wanted to go into the studio that I used to go to, like when I first started on music, and I wanted to kind of get like opinion on the sound because I started to learn how to mix and master when I was like, okay, this studio time be a little too much. Let me learn how to do this and at least get the basics down. So I got the basics down. But sometimes I'm still like, does this sound good? So I'll try to send it off to like the producer who made it. I try to get it mixed by him, but I didn't like how it sounded. So I was like, okay, I'm trying to do it myself. And I got a couple people's opinions, and they're like, okay, this sounds good. So I'm like, okay, thank you. Put it out, press in. But usually it's just like me, and then I'll get the opinions of other people before I put it out.
Yeah. How, does it after you've written it and it goes out? How does that feel to you? Is there nervousness? Is there anxiety, or just sheer joy?
It's joy. That's the funny thing is like the whole in front of the camera thing was the thing that got me nervous. But putting out the music and even like creating little videos that like when I shot Goals and Dreams, I wasn't nervous, and doing some the other video that I did for Closer to My Dreams, I wasn't nervous, and putting the music out, I'm not nervous. It's like an alter ego. That's what behind the scenes. And I was like, I've actually been like honing in on that alter ego and like ready to put it out to the world, like be a whole different person. And so I think that's like I have the most confidence when I'm like the music thing. I feel like, okay, I got it down pat. I'm never nervous about it. I'm like I'm like my biggest cheerleader. I'm like, okay, that sounds good. I can be honest with myself if something's trash. But for the most part, I'm like, I'm never nervous. I'm always like, okay, this sounds good. Girl, put it out. Or, this scratch this one, so I'm always honest with myself. And it always feels like a comfort thing.
Yeah. Is it difficult being honest with yourself? Because I feel as though everyone cannot be honest with themselves. I go back and look at my YouTube. I go back and look, like after we get done with this, I'm going to go back and look at it, because that's how I learn. I learn what's working and what's not by going back and evaluating what I'm doing, evaluating the whole set. Do you find that difficult to do, or is it just comes natural to you now because you've been doing it for so long?
It just comes natural. I feel like I'm like I'm over critical of myself.
Mm-hmm,
so before I like share it with somebody else, I'm nitpicking about what it is that I feel like is wrong, or I feel like I don't like. And if I don't like it, I'm like, it's nobody else seeing it. And so I'm always honest with myself. Like, it's not a moment where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna let other people decide. Like, it's not one of those. I'm always, if I don't sound good, because I use autotune. If I don't sound good, it's just like find another artist to help me with it. Like find a singer who can help me with it. Find another rapper who may sound better on this than I do. So I'm always honest with myself. I can't not be honest with myself, because then I'm like, that's setting yourself up for failure. Like
Right.
I see it, so I know other people gonna see it. So sometimes I'm too critical of myself.
I'm very, very hard on myself as well, but I mean, it works for me.
Right.
I learned that criticism, it's opportunities for improvement.
Mm-hmm.
Good or bad, right? It's opportunities for improvement. Some people, they will be malicious about it, but I have to also, if they are being malicious, make sure I'm checking in with me to make sure that I'm not accepting that maliciousness.
Mm-hmm.
You can hate over there somewhere. You can
You're
hate
right.
over somewhere. Did you have anything that you wanted to ask Unique, or give her some tips? The Joker has a morning show, like he was saying. Unique, you should tap in. I know Unique's on the West Coast. Well, you're on the West Coast too.
Yeah, I'm Southwest. I'm in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Okay.
Yeah. Where she at? Where you at?
I'm in Cali, California.
You California, LA?
No, it's south closer to San Diego.
Oh, you ain't that far. You ain't that far. You
Yeah,
ain't. Yeah, you six
it
hours
ain't too
away.
bad.
6 hour drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. You an hour difference from me.
Okay, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So I be on at 5 in the morning. So that means it'll be 6 o'clock your time, I believe,
And what
or
is it called
4.
again? Let me write it down.
Because I'll be live at 7 o'clock Eastern time, 5 o'clock Mountain time. I'm in the mountains.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
it's on 514 online mixed
.com.
radio. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Every morning I do the morning show. Um, I do the 50, 50 years of hip hop celebration. You know what I mean? Yeah, 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 no doubt. And also I do the podcast a little bit like an hour and a half within the show. I do the podcast side on IBP Media Group on YouTube, but I'll be live on the radio at the same time.
Mhm.
So you can
And
still
you
listen
still do
on
music as
YouTube.
well?
Yeah, yeah. Well, we do indie Fridays on Fridays. So
Okay.
I play. I'll probably playing your track, and we
Okay.
have a music review, and people that listens review it. From one mic to 5 mics to being the best, and I let the audience, what I mean, check it out and what they think about it. We judge the music by the mix, creativity, the sound, of course, the bars, of course, in the overall track so we do that.
That's good.
Me and
I
Church
know that
Hippie,
helps artists to like
yeah.
kind of figure out their sound, help them with their sound too, and
Oh yeah.
give them confidence of people loving it, and even
Oh yeah.
just
Yeah, we do that. And I also do marketing tips too, how you can market yourself so you get that fan base. 'Cause if you get a fan base, that means you get that money. That means
yeah.
you get a paid show. So, I teach people how to market themselves on a Spotify, on a music
And do
video, give them
you
tips
have
on
like
that.
a site for that or a link for that?
You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's live on the radio too.
Oh,
I
that's
also have
live.
a
Okay.
marketing class too.
Okay, that's
I have
good.
the artists that want to learn one-on-one.
Yeah.
Then once you get done with the class, I'll be your marketing coach for the rest of your life. As long as you keep doing
Okay.
music, you always have
Right.
a marketing coach to go to, how to market your music, how to reach out to the fans, how to find new fans, how to
Yeah.
keep a fan, how to change a fan to a follower to a fan. Because
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's
followers
been one of
and
my biggest things too, is feeling like I haven't found like I know that there's an audience there, but I haven't connected them to
right,
who I am. I
right.
get a lot of
That's
people on
I would
Instagram.
teach you how to
Like,
find your audience.
yeah, and I'm like, I get a lot of people on Instagram like, oh, I couldn't find your page and that use the Goals and Dreams reel or
Yeah,
audio, and I'm
yeah,
like, oh, I can find your page, and I'm like right at the top, and they like,
yeah, yeah,
so yeah, I get a
yeah,
lot of,
yeah, no
I
doubt.
have, that's one of my struggles too. So yeah, I'll be
Oh, yeah,
happy
that's
people
everybody's
to
struggle.
connect.
That's
Yeah.
everybody's struggle. 80% of the artists in the world, 80% of the artists in the world, that's a big number. 80% of the artists in the world do not know their audience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
80%.
that's yeah,
Indie
that's been
artists
one of
do not
my
know their audience.
goals to
Yeah, and I
find my
found my
audience.
audience. I definitely found my audience. My Spotify is popping right now. It's crazy.
Okay, I need to
And
take
you
some
can
I
Man,
need to
check
take
out
some
the
notes.
old
Get the
episodes.
coaching.
You can check out the old episodes on IBP Media Group.
IPP
If you
Media
go
Group.
on YouTube.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, she probably have a bad connection. I had one.
yeah,
There's probably
yeah.
StreamYard too. StreamYard be tripping.
Well, we're gonna wait a few moments, see if she comes back. You want to leave our listeners with a quick nugget before we close out?
Oh yeah, just continue to be consistent, man. I want people to really learn. Really don't put everything in a box. I see a lot of artists do that. Put everything
Mm,
in a box. Don't put everything in a box. Keep putting everything outside the box. Grow from there. Um, and just look for growth to learn more. Like
mm,
especially when it comes to releasing music. Don't release music unless you understand the marketing part of it. And I see a lot of artists do that, and that's important. And that irks my
mm.
nerves for me being a teacher. It just irks me. But I learned to keep my mouth shut.
Yeah,
Can't speak for everybody.
everybody's everybody's not ready for the full picture.
Yeah,
Unique song "Ready" is such a perfect rendition of um, just people in general. Are you really ready for what it is that you are asking for from the Almighty? Are you really, really ready? Like you really
right.
need to do some soul searching. And I
Yeah,
see that a lot, since learning so much from you about marketing and what artist pages should look like. When I get these messages now in the DMs, especially independent artists, I go right to their page and I'm not searching for a needle in a haystack. I'm not doing that. I'll send them a message and say, you need to check out the Joker every morning because and one person actually came back and said that the music was there, but it was a reel of the video. It wasn't a link to the music, and there were features on there. So now I got to try and figure out who the song is under. And it's like, man, and the reel sounded great.
Yeah, I don't do that extra work. I give them instructions and leave it at that. I give them simple instructions and leave it at that. I mean, these are things that artists need to know. These things that I teach in the marketing class. I teach them to know these basic things. That you got to know to continue when you're creating and you putting it out there. You got to learn how to communicate and have the things already set on your page for people like the DJs, the A&R. Somebody want to book you a show, want to pay you $3,000 to do 3 songs. You'd have missed out because your page ain't laid out right.
Ain't like it's supposed to be. Yeah. Well, I am definitely getting myself ready. That's the message that I want to leave everybody with tonight. If you have not already, make sure you listen to Unique song Ready and be truthful about yourself. What it is that you are asking for. Are you really ready for that thing? Listen, we are about to end the first quarter of 2023. I'll ask you this. What do you want your second quarter of 2023 to look like? Maybe the first quarter didn't work out right. Maybe there were things that you were still dealing with that you brought from 2022 into your 2023. Well, now's the time where you can release that and ask yourself, am I really, 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 really ready for this thing that I'm asking for?
And
You really, really sacrifice?
The first quarter is made to prep work. Second quarter is when you building to be ready. So when the summer comes, you can release the brand.
Oh, I received that. Did y'all hear what he said?
That's how you
So
do it.
if it didn't go right for you in the first quarter, I know I had some hurdles.
Yeah.
The Joker just let me off the hook and helped me provide myself with some grace. We were getting ready in the first quarter. Now we're going to be able to get it going.
Yes, right. That's right.
I love that.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
I love it.
Because everybody gonna be waiting till the weather get hot to push something, and then you're gonna have to do it. And then you're not gonna reach not even 10% of what you want. You know what I mean? You supposed to did that in January. So now in the summertime, you should be getting something ready for Christmas time, a Christmas song or something.
That's
something
right.
For the fourth quarter.
Well, we are going to close out. I'm excited. They announced the date for the 716 Music Awards. It is July 15th. I am definitely looking for some nominations. Everyone, if you are listening, make sure you go and vote for Think and Grow with Vette Green and also the pop-up show with the Joker. We are both Buffalo podcasts out of Buffalo, New York, and we are looking for your support. And I like I said before, I wish the Don could be at for media because him and 716 Live definitely running things out in these media streets. But it's Unique's back. I'll let you close out before we leave, Unique. It looks like she's having
sorry about that. I was like,
no issues. We'll let you close. Woo! They don't want us to be great, but we have to close out. They don't want us to be great. Unique, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you see me? Okay. Sorry about that.
Yeah, we're just no worries.
I was
So
like,
we're closing out. We waited a few minutes. So just leave the guests of Think and Grow with Vette Green with a little nugget and let everybody know where they can find you as we close out.
All right. Well, I just want to let everybody know to keep on chasing their dreams. Make sure you do some inner work, connect with your higher self. And just but I really don't I really have nothing to say, but yeah. You can find me on social media at It's Unique Official. That's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
I love it. And make
And
sure
be
you are
ready.
streaming and be ready. We were just talking about that. I know I'm ready. I'm ready, you all. I'm ready. Be ready. All right,
Be ready.
everybody. Thank you again for watching another episode of Think and Grow with Vette Green. If you are watching the replay, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought about this episode. Gone over to Unique's page. Let her know if you are feeling her music, and make sure you check out the Joker every morning, Monday through Friday. What time?
Yeah, at 7 a.m. Eastern time.
All right, you guys have a wonderful evening on
And it was nice to meet
purpose.
you, the Joker.
Yes, we wait there. I'll follow you.
Me same. I'll do the same.
Have all right, all right, all right. That was a great show. Unique, thank you so much for joining us again. And I'm definitely loving your music. So when you remix, remaster, repurpose up,
Right.
I'll be
make
you
sure
be
you
the first
come
to
on
know.
back.
Yeah.
Oh, I appreciate that. I
And I
appreciate that.
appreciate your platform. Keep on doing this for the artists like myself, like the Joker, you know, and just keep on providing. Thank y'all for what y'all doing. It's really good for the community.
Absolutely. Thank you, Unique. I am definitely going to continue to support you. Queen, I believe in you. I believe in you. So
And that's all it takes.
absolutely. All right, you all. You know I gotta go. So have a good night.
Have a good
On
night.
purpose.
All right now.
All right. Thanks,
All right now.
Dom. All right. Good night.
Peace.